I've shaved, and now I look weird. Logo! Focus, focus. Okay, good. So, I've been asked by a few of my course mates, because they like watching the things I post on Facebook, the videos I put up there. They've asked me what on earth Granite Moths is all about, and understandably, it might look like just a bunch of guys running around after a big pink doll, which is essentially what it's about, but I've made this video just to explain what on earth the whole thing is, because I've tried to, and quite frankly, it never goes through, because it doesn't make any sense when I explain it either, so hopefully this will make sense. First off, we need to know exactly what Granite Moths is. It's a direct parody of the popular American web series Marble Hornets, and then we need to learn what Marble Hornets is all about, so we're going to go back in time even further to the Slender Man mystery. So if you know about the Slender Man mystery, then you can ignore this bit, but otherwise, essentially, it's about the Slender Man thing. It dates back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, but in today's popular culture it dates back to one particular picture, which I'm going to put here, and hopefully I'm going to explain it over the top of the picture. So if you look in the background, then you'll see this tall guy with no face. I'm going to take the picture off now. The tall guy in the background with no face, apparently that, according to, I can't remember which forum came up with it, I believe it was the Something Awful forums. I've visited it myself. I haven't gone that far back into the whole thing, just because that picture is on literally every corner of the internet, but apparently, now this might just be Chinese whispers, I don't know, but apparently that is the last photo taken of those kids before they randomly disappeared, and apparently that figure in the background, the Slender Man, took them, and that's where well, no, that's not even that. The idea comes from, I believe hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years ago, actually, in some ancient Aztec cave paintings, seeing this tall guy taking away children from their homes or whatever. So that's where the entire idea comes from. But recently it's because of these pictures that pop up that are either photoshopped or it's a trick of the camera or whatever, but there's some tall guy in the background and kids disappear, and yeah, it's just internet people being idiots like they normally are. But that's the Slender Man conspiracy. So now let's get back to Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets is a series that follows a character called Jay, who in turn is following the videos, well, the tapes left by his once best friend Alex Crayley. Jay soon discovers that Alex is being stalked by this Slender Man figure, which he sees in a load of the videos that happen, and yeah, so soon he starts to get into the mystery and he starts to unravel it a bit. While he's looking into the mystery, he discovers that Alex starts to film himself constantly, and he's having headaches and nausea and blah 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 blah. He's just doing generally weird things and becoming a bit of a weird person. So yeah, when he starts to look into the mystery a bit more, he finds himself at the old shooting locations, and then Jay is soon being stalked by this masked man figure who could be like a guy from Alex or Jay's past who's just gone crazy and starts wearing a mask. Either way, Jay starts doing the things that Alex used to do, like filming himself at night and just watching every movement he makes, because of the memory loss that is incurred by being close to the Slender Man, which is one of the things that they include within Marble Hornets. That's one of the extras they put in. Jay starts to he decides that he needs to find Alec to solve the mystery once and for all, so that hopefully he can save Alex, and hopefully he can then save himself, and then find out what on earth is happening. And he posts all of these videos on YouTube so that the public can try and help as well. So Jay looks through some tapes and then he uploads any findings that he finds, and yeah, he posts things from back in the days of Alex's tapes, or he posts the things that he finds on his own tapes, blah 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 blah. So yeah, at the end of season 1 we see Jay decide to go looking for Alex wherever he is now, because obviously it's been like 3 or 4 years since Jay has said a word to him. So that's that. So now we can get back to Granite Moths. Granite Moths, as I said, is a direct parody. So Granite Moths follows the story of the character called P, who in turn is following the story of Alec Crayfish, who has burned a lot of footage to some DVDs, which he then gives to him. Blah 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 blah. Same story. It's the same everything, just the way we've done it is a bit different. So P looks into the DVDs and he finds some compelling footage that suggests that Alec was being stalked by this paranormal being known as Slenderman. But in this series, he's being portrayed by the Pink Panther, which is the joke. P is a mockery of J, and Alec is a mockery of Alex, and Marsky, R1, is a mockery of the Masked Man, and so on and so on and so on. Marble Hornets also has a parallel channel called To the Ark, which is basically, you know, just there have been theories that it's the Masked Man or the other Masked Man. There are several Masked Men in these series. So yeah, it basically just some guy who follows Marble Hornets and posts replies to the entries, which are kind of weird and spooky, and nobody ever understands them. People have theorized them, but Granite Moths also has a parallel called To the RC. Now, why the To the RC, you might ask? Because Rich Chief is the producer of Granite Moths, and RC is the acronym for Rich Chief. So that's that, and that's easy. That's probably the easiest bit to explain out of the entire thing. So I'm just going to leave that there. So, in order to completely understand Granite Moths and To the RC, you must first watch the 3 or 4 hours of Marble Hornets footage that there is, and then the further half an hour of To the Ark entries. And then you've got to go back to the beginning of Granite Moths and then watch all of those again. And then watch To the RC as well. It's easy and it's fun. So that's me done. Good. Pete out.
Phenomena.